Yes, Nithyanand, welcoming all the viewers to this wonderful segment of the glimpses of the glorious past on the 27th of April. In this segment, we will see how the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, through the divine Leelas, has literally built Sri Kailasa from the start, and all the happenings of the supreme pontiff of Hinduism's life on this day of the 27th of April. So let us jump into the first year, which is the 27th of April 2005. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism delivered a discourse titled From Buddha to Buddha in Edson, New Jersey, United States. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that Patanjali, who is responsible for the 8 limbs yoga system, wrote also about Satya. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that Satya, according to Patanjali, is multidimensional. It is not only related to the words that we speak, speaking the truth is only related to one dimension of Satya. The 3 actual dimensions of Satya, though, are thinking, speaking, and living the truth. Let us now hear an excerpt from the wonderful satsang.
केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. I welcome you all with my love and respects. The subject for today's discourse is From Buddha to Buddha. I'm giving a series of discourse on Patanjali, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Today we'll be dealing the subject of Satya, the Yama. Patanjali, greatest spiritual scientist, the person is responsible for the yoga philosophy. He is the founder and is the person who created the whole yoga system. In his sutras, in his aphorisms, he explains different levels or parts of yoga. The 8 steps. The first step is yama, in which he speaks about 5 subjects: ahimsa, brahmacharya, satya, asteya, and abharigraha. Today we will be dealing the one subject, Satya. Satya, according to Patanjali, is multidimensional. It is not only related to the words which we speak. Speaking the truth is one dimension of Satya. thinking the truth and living the truth. These are the three different dimensions of Satya. Being truthful in thinking and in words and in body language. Again and again, Vedanta says, you create what you want. It is you who is the creator of your whole world. Nobody else puts you into the suffering. It is you who create suffering, or it is you who create bliss. Again and again, we also question, if it is we who are creator of our world, why do we create suffering? The main reason for our suffering is either consciously or unconsciously, we are not true to our being. We neither think the way of truth, or speak the truth, or live the truth in our life. Let us analyze a little deeply how our life has become far away from Satya, far away from truth. First thing, when somebody speaks, you never believe that person because we don't speak truth. Whenever people speak, see what is happening inside your mind. You are sitting there judging, you are not listening. You don't allow all the words to penetrate you. You just sit. As long as he speaks what you want, things go well. The moment he speaks which you can't understand, or which is against your vested interests, which is against your conclusions, you stop believing. Either you ask him to stop. If at all you can't ask him, out of politeness, you keep quiet, but you don't allow those words to penetrate you. Out of social courtesy, you remain silent, but you don't allow these words to work on you. You don't allow these words to penetrate you. The reason is because we are not continuously expressing the truth. We expect or we desire the other person is also not expressing the truth. One more thing. If we are the creators of our world, why do we create suffering? Why do we create pain? Why do we create so many problems in our life? Continuously you create self-contradicting statements, self-contradicting desires, and give life to it. In a deeper level, you are God. First, you should understand whether you believe it or not, accept it or not, realize it or not, the truth is you are God. You have two choices. One, you can experience, realize and live the life blissfully. Or you can again and again struggle, contradict and make your life hell. Only these two are choice. You are God or not is not a question. Whether you realize it or not, that is the only thing. The choice is yours. It is you who is supposed to decide. Some fish swim along the current, some against the current, but both are in the water. So, whether you realize it or not, you are God. You are divine. When you create self-contradicting statements within yourself and give life to it, you create so many troubles for yourself. When Patanjali says thinking Satya, he means straightening all your thoughts. As on now, all our thoughts are self-contradicting. For example, you have a disease. You wanted to cure it. Again and again you create a thought, I should get rid of this disease. I should get rid of this disease. The more you create this thought, you will never be able to get rid of the disease. The problem is, whenever you create that thought, I should get rid of this disease, you give power to the word disease. You bring the memory of disease again and again and implant in your being. You implant that word in your being. The negative words or the negative feelings, negative ideas implanted in your being can create only more trouble, more difficulty to your being. When Patanjali says, thinking Satya or Manasa Satya, he means straighten these self-contradicting words. If you think again and again, I should get rid of this disease, I should get rid of this disease, I should get rid of this disease, you will only fall more into the disease. Because you are giving power to the concept disease. Instead of that, if you use the words, let me become healthy, let me become healthy, you bring the concept of health to your mind again and again. Again and again the idea of health is brought to the mind and it gets the power. Please understand these three things. First, you are the creator of your own world. Next, even if you don't believe, you are God and your energy, your consciousness. Third, why do we create our own suffering or misery? Because we give power to the self-contradicting thoughts. It is self-contradicting thoughts. Again and again when they are repeated, when they are given power, they become so solid. We call in Sanskrit samskara. Patanjali calls it as samskara. In terms of psychology, they call it engrams. When the samskaras get power, they become reality. They become reality. As on now, our samskaras are mithya, not satya. So you may speak only the facts, but don't think you live according to satya. No. A person who just speaks truth verbally is not totally in satya, is not established in satya. The very important thing which we should understand, in course of time, we started thinking satya means only speaking the facts. You can speak facts and you can be saying a lie. Please understand, you can speak facts and you can be a liar. How? There's a beautiful story in Mahabharata, the greatest story ever told on the planet Earth is Mahabharata. In that, Krishna wants to depress Dronacharya. Drona is very much attached to his son, Aswathama. If somebody gives information that Aswathama has died in the war, Dronacharya can be depressed. And naturally, he will lose all the interest to fight. He can be killed. But who should inform Dronacharya? We should get a right person on whom Dronacharya has trust. Dharma is the right person because Dharmaraja is trusted by everybody. Everybody trusts Dharmaraja that he always speaks the truth. Krishna chose Dharmaraja and requested, Dharma, go and say, Aswathama has died. Dharma said, no, I cannot say a lie. It's a lie. Krishna said, don't worry, I'll kill an elephant. Its name is Aswathama. We will kill the elephant. Bhima is asked to kill an elephant whose name is Aswathama. Now Dharma is asked, now you say, Aswathama has died. Of course, Dharma uttered the word, Aswathama has died. If you see, it almost looks like fact. It is fact, but it is not truth. It is fact, but it is not truth. The story goes, the moment Dharmaraja uttered the word, Aswathama has died, and Dronacharya understood that his son has died, the moment this incident happened, the Dharmaraja came down to planet Earth. The Dharmaraja is said to walk on the air. I don't know whether it is a truth or just a mythological expression, maybe a metaphysical expression. When a person is blissful, when a person is in high spiritual ecstasy, he feels so light. Maybe that is what is explained in a metaphysical way, that he was always in a higher planes. The moment this incident happened, the moment he said that Aswathama died and gave the wrong message to Dronacharya, the story says he came down. He became a normal human being. It is fact. Actually, Dharmaraja did not tell any lie. It's a fact, but it is not truth. You can be factual and a liar. This is the incident. This is the proof or an example. Dharmaraja is factual, but a liar. Of course, even though it is very difficult to accept, it is truth. He is a liar. In body language, he told a lie. We can justify with thousands of reasons, nothing wrong. We can always justify that, oh, Gauravas did so many mistakes, he has to win in the war, he has to establish dharma, it is Krishna's order, God himself said. We can justify, all these things are okay. But whatever happened is happened. It's happened. Being truthful means something more than being factual. The first step, straightening your inner chattering, straightening your words. People come and ask me, Swamiji, when enlightened masters say something, it simply becomes reality. When ordinary people say, why it never becomes reality? The master's words is completely satya in their thinking level, in their verbal level, in their body language. They live satya, they live the truth. Their words are straightened. They don't have self-contradicting samskaras. The self-contradicting samskaras sucks your energy. It leaves you totally dull. And you become almost dead being. Not only all your energy is taken away, and it creates more and more trouble for you because you give power to the self-contradicting thoughts. Understand this one example. When you want to get rid of a disease, the more you remember or more you think that I should get rid of this disease, I should get rid of this disease, you will be giving power to the idea disease. The words which you repeat inside yourself should be satya. It should not be self-contradicting. The samskaras which you create in yourself should be straight. It should not be crooked. It should not be self-contradicting. When you create these samskaras, I should get rid of this disease, you will be giving power to the disease. You will be giving power to the idea disease. Instead, if you can create a samskara, if you can create words like, let me become healthy, you create power, you give power to the word health or concept health. There is a beautiful story. One guy wants some special siddhis and powers. He goes to a Himalayan master and asks, Master, give me some mantra or a medicine through which I will get some special powers, special siddhis. See, when divine personalities, when spiritual beings express their siddhis, it is good for the whole society, humanity, and good for not only humanity, good for the whole universe. But these ordinary people, when they get some power, it always creates trouble for others and for them. So the master advises, no, work towards bhakti, not towards shakti. Don't work towards shakti, work towards bhakti. Try to have devotion, try to have jnana, try to work towards God. Don't ask for powers. But you know these human beings and their greed. Guru is Guru only as long as he does what you want. Be very clear. Never think you are followers. Most of the time we are leaders. Somebody goes to Ramana Maharshi, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, and asks, Bhagavan, there are so many are following you. Why they don't become enlightened? Ramana Maharshi answers, who said they are followers? In the beginning when they come always as follower. But after some time, they start leading. The Guru is Guru or God as long as he fulfills all your desires. The moment he doesn't fulfill, for example, you ask for a job, he says, all right, he consoles you, you will have it, don't worry. If you get the job, he is Guru. Otherwise, he is not. Guru can be Guru, God can be God as long as he does your homework. As long as he does your homework. Most of us are only leaders. We are not followers. We will be there. We will call him as a Guru or God or whatever. Big words we will use as long as he dances according to our tune. Once he starts advising or guiding you, and the big problem is, you create desires which will make your whole life mess. That's the problem. There's a beautiful saying from Saint Francis of Assisi, a great Christian enlightened master. He says, God is great because he answers our prayers sometimes. He is more great because he never answers many of our prayers. God is great when he answers our prayers. God is much more than great when he doesn't answer our prayers. If he answers all your prayers, you would have made your life much bigger fuss. Or you would have made your whole life mess than what it is now. Most of the time, you create the desires which will be giving more trouble to you than what you understand. You know only the 120 degree of the life. Divine knows the 360 degree. Sometimes it fulfills your desires when it is good. Sometimes it says wait. But the difficulty is, we believe God has got Shakti, but we don't believe he has got Buddhi also. We believe he has got Shakti to give what we want, but we don't believe he has got Buddhi also when to give. We don't believe he has got Buddhi also when to give. And many times we become more solid, we become more strong when divine doesn't fulfill our prayers. He makes you independent. He makes you more solid sometimes by not answering your prayers. This guy, he was emphasizing the master, no, I want some Shaktis, give me something. Master tried his best, but this guy started tell me, you can't give any powers, I accept. But don't tell that you will not give me. Be very clear. Can you give or not? That's all. I don't want your advice. I want only what I want. That is what, in the early days, in those days, the spirituality was seller's market. Now it is buyer's market. Now it is buyer's market. Either you give, otherwise I'll go to that guru. That's a buyer's market. So this guy went and asked the master, be very clear, can you give or not? The master said, all right, now what can be done? He gave one medicine, told him, drink this medicine, you will have the power which you want. Only one small condition, you should not remember the monkey before you drink this medicine. Don't remember the monkey before you drink this medicine. This guy said, what is there? That's okay, because I don't remember monkey all the time. But one doubt, if I remember, what should I do? Oh, then you have to take bath once more and drink. All right, he went to the house. The moment he picked up the bottle, I should not remember monkey. Oh, I remembered what to do now. Anyhow, I can go and take bath, come back. He went, took bath, came back, picked up the bottle. Again, I should not remember. Oh, I remembered monkey. He put the bottle, ran to the bathroom, took bath, came back, and he picked up the bottle. Again, monkey. He ran, took bath. This time he decided, before I remember monkey, just let me run and drink that medicine. He took bath and ran. At the time of running itself, he remembered the monkey. Again, went to take bath. After half an hour, 1 hour, he is just running to bathroom to hall and bathroom to hall. Oh monkey, shouting. Monkey, from bathroom to hall and hall to bathroom. After 2-3 hours, when he is taking bath also, he started remembering monkey. His whole mind is filled with monkey. The problem is, he is creating a self-contradicting desire. I should not remember monkey. The very statement is self-contradicting. You remember the monkey. I should get rid of this disease. You remember the disease and you give power to the disease. Thinking Satya means straightening your thoughts, infusing awareness into your thinking, not giving power to the wrong samskaras, not allowing the wrong engrams to settle down into your unconsciousness. As on now, our thinking is not Satya, it is Mithya. Spend at least half an hour a day to straighten your thinking. You spend more than half an hour to take care of your body every day. Taking bath, dressing, makeup, food, so much. At least give half an hour to your mind. People again and again say, oh Swamiji, I don't have time to meditate. Never say you don't have time. Say clearly, I don't feel meditation is so important. Let us be very clear and honest, at least to ourselves. Everybody has got only 24 hours. It is priority. It's a question of priority. Just like you take care of your body, give at least half an hour to your mind. straighten the statements which you are uttering to yourself, especially unconsciously, when you are walking, when you are brushing your teeth, when you are taking bath, when you are driving. You will be repeating lot of statements within yourself. You will be uttering many words within yourself, which I call samskaras. Give at least half an hour to yourself to straighten the samskaras. Make them straight towards Satya. Don't allow them to be mithya or self-contradicting. The moment words are straightened, the thinking is straightened, you have entered into Satya. The first step towards Satya is achieved. Next, Satya through words. Again, a great enlightened master, Atmananda Saraswati, who commented on Patanjali, he explains this words through, the Satya through words. He explains Satya through words is again something more than speaking the facts. You must speak which gives peace and bliss for everybody. You can't speak arrogantly. You can't speak anything which creates anger or disturbance in others. You can't be violent. People ask me, no, Swamiji, if I speak the truth, people are hurt, what can I do? Be very clear. Whenever you are expressing the truth in a violent or arrogant way, you are expressing your ego, then the truth. The real truth can always be expressed in a polite, beautiful way. But when you want to express not only the truth, the idea that you are speaking the truth, then you become arrogant, violent. Then we wanted to establish, see, I am speaking the truth. See, I am a great Mahatma. Look, I am holier than you. When we wanted to express that idea, only then we became arrogant. Only then we became violent. Never say that you express the truth and somebody is hurt. It will be always a mixture of truth and your idea that you are holier than others because you speak truth. It is always unconscious ego which mixes and comes out with truth, hurts others. The pure truth never hurts others. You will never be violent with the truth. One more thing, even if it hurts others, it will be like a doctor using a knife. It's only good for other person, like operation. It will only heal him and help him to live. Doctor using a knife and a killer using a knife is totally different. When you add your ego that you are holier than him, because you are speaking the truth, you use knife like a killer or a criminal, violent person, terrorist. If you really speak the truth without any ego, with a complete politeness and softness, even if the other person is hurt, it is like doctor using a knife. on the world and see. I have seen there are some people who feel the whole world is there out just to destroy them and cheat them, exploit them. Their parents are conspiring against them, their friends are conspiring against them, their relatives are conspiring against them, the person who is walking in the street is conspiring against them, onlooker is conspiring against them, their guru is also conspiring against them. There are some people who feel the whole universe, even the ground on which they are standing, is conspiring against them. They want only demon. They see demon all over the world, everywhere. Everything looks like a demon for them. Like these children, whenever there is a darkness, wherever there is a darkness, they feel, oh, devil is there, Bhuta is there. You can project demon in everything and see, or you can project God in everything and see. Or you don't even need to project God. I can say, if you stop projecting, you will see God, that's all. What is isness. Isness, tatata, is God. I went to Arunachala to offer my gratitude and respects to Arunachala. On the way, I went to inaugurate one of our Ananda Sabhas in Osur Ashram. In Osur Ashram, they built a new temple for me and a meditation hall. For a long time they were inviting me to come and bless that. So on the way, just 10 minutes, I decided. I went there and blessed that property and continued. There we have a beautiful library. That property was donated to us by the close disciple of J. Krishnamurti, follower of J. Krishnamurti, who was the head of Rishi Valley School. Mr. Balasundaram, a highly principled and spiritually evolved person. There is a beautiful library donated by him. Only one word, there is a board. The moment I saw that word, that went into my system, and it is ringing even now, waiting to come out. It's a word from J. Krishnamurti. Let the listening be your God. I can say this one line. Not only can lead you to enlightenment. What Patanjali says, mastery over the senses, can happen just by this one line, nothing else. See, I'll reveal all the sacred secrets from the sutra. It's a very beautiful process. Systematically, Patanjali explains how the samyama should be done on cognition, real nature, egoism, all-pervasiveness, and functions. I'll explain. But the essence of this whole samyama, J. Krishnamurti has put in one word, let the listening be your God. When you listen to the master, just see how the words come and fall on you, how you take cognition. See, your cognition is not perfection as on now. You need to understand, you have senses, but you lost sensitivity. Please understand, we all have senses, but we lost sensitivity. When the word comes and falls on us, how the cognition is taken. For example, now so many of you guys, the moment I look at you guys, all I need is just, I need to look and you need to look. Immediately, the Kundalini awakens, different plane you start experiencing. And I can say that before your Kundalini was awakened, you were not having this experience. It is not that at that time I was not incarnation, you are not disciple. That time also I was incarnation. You were disciple. How come suddenly now the moment so much is happening in your body and visibly, physically, not even mentally some imagination, oh Kundalini snake is rising. No, visibly. How come this was not happening 1 year before and happening now? Because your cognition has developed. Your cognition has become pure.
We are now moving on to the 27th of April 2012. The legendary and sacred Madurai Adhinam has existed since time immemorial. The Adhinam is established in Madurai, one of the oldest cities in the world, dating back since the time of Lord Sundareshwara and Devi Meenakshi's presence on earth. It was revived 1500 years ago by the young incarnation Trignana Sambandha, the visionary saint of South India, on the 27th of April 2012, in a landmark event in the history of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam Pontiff of the Madurai Sarvangapita, the world's most ancient living Hindu religious organization. As per the direct instructions from Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, the 292nd Guru Mahasannidhanam, Srila Sri Arunagirinath Sri Jnanasambandha Deshiya Paramacharya Swamigal, recognized the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the 293rd Pontiff. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism walks amongst us today as the living incarnation of Devi Meenakshi and Lord Sundareshwara. Behold the sacred darshan as he plays the Leela, assuming the mantle of the religious head of the oldest organization that he himself built and consecrated thousands of years ago. And on the 27th of April 2013, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the NDY in New Delhi, India. On that day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed that the four spiritual principles of life inhabit our very DNA, nourishing the kernel of our potential. Integrity means understanding that what we speak is the truth, that if we say we are sick, we become diseased. If we say we are bursting with energy, we become lively. Authenticity means that we align with our inner space, that we calm our restlessness and are able to be at peace. Responsibility means building a bridge between our present reality and what we wish to happen. Enriching means establishing our existence in the act of sacred service, which expands the life of others. Below we can see the pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from the Nitya Dhyan Yoga. And next, on the 27th of April 2014, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Nitya Dhyan Yoga Convention in Kailasa. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave the gist of the whole living Advaita practice. He reassured us that there are thousands of ways to Advaita and advised us not to worry about the path. Advaita is the goal. He then explained in detail the steps he had taken us through the forming of the teamly, deciding to live in a state of completion, forming our authentic identity, getting feedback from the teamly, and completing. Next, we go through the year, the 27th of April 2015. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism elaborates on the context to keep seeking alive and pure. Without the right context of seeking the truth, even renunciation is used to justify laziness, non action, dumbness. But real renunciation is action, from grassing the cow to milking, churning curd, offering ghee to the divine or guru, which is authentic seeking. Master's words are the only anchor from the other enlightened plane of existence to save us from drowning in samsara, the ocean of delusion and bondage. The highest spiritual practice is catching the Master's words and constantly reinventing, re strategizing yourself. An avatar incarnation lands to wake us up and makes whatever is too good to be true, true. That day's Vakyartha Sada's topic for spiritual explorations on truth is keeping the purity of your seeking, keeping your seeking pure, and how not to take the Master's words for granted, how to not take him for granted, take his words for granted. Let us now see the various happenings of the 27th of April 2015.
Today is the day Jnana Sambandar re-established Shaivism in Madurai, that is celebrated. Devi Meenakshi is gracing on Swarnamayura Vahana, the golden peacock vehicle with the pearl crown. Sundareshwara is gracing in Sarvalankara. Let's receive their grace. Seeking is the fire, constantly helps you to reinvent yourself. I tell you, all the best things in my life, whether the best period I was healthy, I should say I am, not just I was. The best goodness I felt about me, please understand, this is one of the greatest wealth. Feeling good about you, feeling wow about yourself, the ultimate ability to do tyaga, sacrifice, and the amazing romance with the life. Everything, please understand, all the best things of my life was living in me when I was seeking.
What do you mean by listening to the life?
What I feel is that whenever you're listening to life, it's like you're completely open to what the life is telling. Like most of the time, we might plan number of things. From morning, I'll get up, I'll do this, and you have an n number of things to plan, and then you plan all that and keep it ready. But suddenly something happens, and then things collapse, or there is some change or something like that, and because of that, you get into depression or you get into some incompletion. So the reason why you get into incompletion is because you don't listen. The strategy for your life is not right. Because you think that you have to do everything and then you have a wrong strategy for your life. Because you think if I do it like this, like this, like this only, it is going to work. There is no other choice for me. Because it's not from the context of consciousness. Based on that, whatever planning you do, then when something happens in it, then naturally you're going to get into some incompletion, anger, irritation, incompletions, depression, and all this you get into it. So what I feel is whenever you strategize your life, it's like when Swamiji says in this, like, strategize your life, what I feel is listen to life in every moment of it. Basically, what I understand as listening to life is like anything happening in life, don't become powerless. Understand the truth that you can never be violated. So when you're working with a life, when you do every action of your life from this understanding that you can never be violated, then whatever you plan, you'll naturally get more and more solutions for all your problems, day-to-day activities, and you'll just completely reinvent yourself in every action you do. So this is what I understand as listening to life and strategizing your life.
Adding to what he just said, what I feel is like how Swamiji has explained in many of his satsang, procrastination means postponing. Swamiji also said postponing is a sin. So like the number of times we postpone, we keep delaying the seeking which we have. So what I understand from this is whenever we postpone, we are like not going forward and we are not ready to understand and realize that we are consciousness as the Upanishads declare, and we are just taking ourselves, like distancing ourselves from the understanding that we are the consciousness. So whenever we keep postponing, we are always like trying to push the things ahead so that we are not realizing what we are basically.
With each place, certain patterns are associated. With Varanasi, seeking is associated. Varanasi, seeking, is entertained, encouraged, enriched. If you want to be out of your pattern compulsions, giving into your pattern compulsions, awaken the seeking in Varanasi. Be there. Be there in the may. May is not may, must. May is must. Let it not be may. May is must.
We are now moving on to the 27th of April 2016. On that date, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism presided over the Living Shuddhatvedam Convention in the Ujjainadinam as part of the most auspicious and holiest event of Kumbh Mela. More than 5 crore people had visited the Mela and the Kailasa Nation's Ujjain campus during this 1 month period. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism welcomed the visit of the honored guests Makhan Singh Ji, Murari Bapu, and Bibran Chuji to his campus in Kumbh Mela in Ujjain. On that day, as part of the Living Shuddhatvedam Convention, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism awakened the Kundalini during the Shivoham process, and later he conducted a Kalpataru darshan in which he blessed lakhs of devotees who came to receive his blessings. Furthermore, free Annadan was conducted every day in which sattvic meals were being provided for free for the crores of visitors who were visiting the Kailasa Nation's camp in Kumbh Mela, Ujjain. Let us see the various happenings of the 27th of April 2016.
Don't miss Kumbh Mela! May 4th to May 24th, 2016.
We now enter into the 27th of April 2017. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Day 9 of the Inner Awakening Convention in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru Adhinam. As part of the convention, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism presided over Nithyananda Yoga and conducted the death meditation process and manifesting Shakti session for the delegates. And on the 27th of April 2018, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Day 27 of Mahasadashivoham. Furthermore, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism presided over the Meenakshi Kalyanam. The wedding ceremony of Goddess Meenakshi took place. On this auspicious day of Meenakshi Kalyanam, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism performed the Nitya Puja and blessed the delegates with the darshan of his own personal deities. Around the world, several sevas as well as Nityananda Gurukul, Nithyananda Yoga and temple gatherings to enrich local communities in the world took place. Let us see the various happenings of the 27th of April 2018.
On the 27th day of the Mahasadashivoham program, the participants continue to realign their DNA to Mahasadashiva's DNA through the authentic Nithyananda Yoga in the physical presence of the Master. In those days, being in the physical presence of the Master was only accessible to few courageous souls who renounced the world and went deeper into the wilderness. Today, Paramahamsa Nithyananda has opened the door to all to come and experience the breathing space of the Avatar in Adi Kailash. experiencing the physical presence of the Master is the most important part of the Guru-disciple relationship, and it is the one that transforms the most.
Mahadeva says in Kamikagama, a village should have naturally formed honeycombs. The drainage, hen, duck should drink that water and survive. I was thinking, what is the meaning of all that? If the drainage water drunk by ducks and hen and they survive, means the whole thing is organic. There is no chemical in that, in your cooking, in your day-to-day living. If the natural bees are growing honeycombs, means first thing, the land has to be pure. Second thing, from that land, the flowers which come up, they have to be pure, means air has to be pure. Third, the water source has to be pure. So the bee can drink that honey, flourish and build honeycomb. Understand, bee does not fly more than 1.5 kilometers in their whole lifetime. If there is a place, natural honeycomb farming, Sadashiva says that is a blessed ground, start living there, I reside there. Now I understand why he says what he says.
In the heart of the Garbha Mandir of Sadashiva Golden Temple, the Swayambhulinga, the self-manifested Shivalinga, radiates Sadashiva's effulgence and grace. As a mark of gratitude for this blessing, a sacred bath is offered 6 times a day to the Swayambhu Nithyanandeshwara Parashivalinga.
Nithyananda, my name is Alex Chung. I'm from Netherlands. I'm here for a spiritual journey in India. Every day is a new surprise. Yesterday we had the mandala and people were sitting in circles, like inner circles, outer circles, and then Swamiji gave initiation and I was sitting on the back in a chair. I was feeling quite nervous first, but I knew I shouldn't be worried, but it's just natural experience. And somehow I suddenly saw everyone, a lot of people moving, and some are like vibrating. I could feel the energy, and I was like swinging, like pulling, like a force of gravity. Some people just levitate, like popped up, and some are very emotional. And I think that's like the Kundalini awakening. Thank you.
Here we are blessed with the darshan of Swamiji's personal deities after his daily Nitya Puja. Swamiji personally shows us the power of worship and a deep feeling connection with the divine. Puja when done in the authentic Hindu way.
These 4 principles, integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching. When these 4 principles are lived, the seed becomes tree, man realizes his potential. As on now, man is only a possibility. To achieve the Advaitic experience, there are thousands of methods. I can say all methods reach you there only. It can be as simple as pouring a water on a stone to as deeper as finding your source of thoughts. It can be as simple as this and as difficult as that. Renunciation is not renouncing the action. You grow grass, feed the cow, milk, make it as curd, churn and make ghee, offer the ghee to the deity, divine, God, Guru or whatever. That is renunciation, sacrifice. You don't even grow the grass. It's not sacrifice. Understand? That is boredom. That is tiredness.
Upcoming programs: Inner Awakening, 21 Days to Rewrite Your Future, May 2nd to 22nd. Nithyananda Yoga Teacher Training, May 22nd to June 11th.
We are now moving on to the 27th of April 2020. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded various cosmic principles while talking on the subject Stop the Hindu Holocaust, Volume 7. During that day's Nithyananda Satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that the first priority of Hindus is being in tune with the cosmic logic and cosmic principles and being integrated to it. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also shared that non-violence is the ultimate cosmic principle and that it is Hindus who need to create and maintain the new world order in alignment with the cosmic principles as Corona continues bringing the old world order to an end. Today was also the third day of the Chitri Brahmotsavam, offering worship at the feet of Devi Meenakshi and Bhagavan Paramashiva in Adi Kailasa and all around the world in all the Sarvanya Pithas. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also emphasized the importance of never missing Bhava Samadhi Darshan and announced that it will be available to initiated disciples and IA graduates. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism worked further on raising the consciousness of the delegates by bestowing them with the Kala Bhairava Bhava Samadhi Darshan for the day. And on the 27th of April 2021, the ambassadors and delegates of the Kailasa nation received the Shaktipada and Shaktinipada with the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. On this day's presidential address, the Nithyananda Satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that the Kailasa nation was celebrated the Chitri Purnami and Bhagavan Sri Hanuman Jayanti. This date was also an important date in our Sangha. This day was the day that the Tiruvannamalai Adinam was inaugurated. The Arunachala Sarvanya Peetham that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism inherited from his gurus. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that this is the traditional Guru Parampara, the Guru Peetha he inherited. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that they had started an ashram in Tiruvannamalai that happened on this very day, Chitra Purnami 2008, April 19. So on this day, we were celebrating the 14th anniversary. Later that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Parashakti Arulvak Darshan, where the ministers and ambassadors of Kailasa got to directly ask for blessings and boons from Devi Parashakti herself. And with that, we come to the end of today's segment of the Glimpses of the Glorious Past, and we thank each and everyone who has joined us in this journey through the years of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the revival of Kailasa. We will now be getting ready to receive the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line and come to a space of authentic listening and get ready to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.